Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Georgia's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. Then through the contact. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Looking to throw, it's Rashada. He finds his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Rashada. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that, a quarterback, that could do that in a game like this. But this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
The play action fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Now, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking for a man. It's Rashada. It's complete to the right. Running through contact. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Keeps looking downfield. On the move, he fires. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right. Because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 40. Oh, look out! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st down here for the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quickly complete. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the 1st down, get it out of my hand, get the 1st down.
Here on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The run to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the connection. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Makes the grab. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. The aerial assault continues. Got his man down the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Going to the run, it's Johnson. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's got his man. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question.
What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. He's going for a big play downfield, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Couldn't make the connection on first down, now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And they got him for the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw. It's Grishada. He tries to take the top off. And he's got it at the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Odom. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Got his man downfield. Gets away from one, finds some space. Off he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Alabama pushing the tempo. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game. He completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The handoff to Johnson. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big plays.
Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete on third down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the...
Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Georgia 34, Alabama 6.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Brings up 2nd down.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sack him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 41. Alabama, 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up third down.
Trying to pick up a first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Bulldogs are on the move.
And 1st down for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Alabama, 6.
Coming out with it, it's Odom. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On second down, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He'll try to do it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Quick release by the QB. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide out in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Dogs want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got his man. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. A new set of downs after the completion.
29 Philly.
through the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Scott. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove,